Forget what's buried at the bottom for a second. Start with the trap. Someone dug a shaft on a deserted island and rigged it so that the moment you get close, the Atlantic Ocean itself floods in and stops you. For 230 years, every crew that has tried to reach the bottom has been beaten by the same defense. Hand-dug tunnels, built centuries ago, feeding the sea into the pit faster than any pump alive can empty it. It has swallowed 6 lives and $50 million. No one has ever reached what it is protecting. This is the deepest, deadliest hole ever dug for a treasure that no living person has seen. And before you decide this is just a campfire story, every layer of it is on the record. Drill logs, carbon dates, DNA results. The legend is wild, the evidence is real, and it is far older than pirates. It begins with 3 teenage boys. 16-year-old Daniel McGinnis rows out to a deserted island and finds a strange, saucer-shaped dip in the ground beneath an old oak, with a ship's tackle block still hanging from a branch above it. They start digging. At 10 feet down, they hit a floor of oak logs. They pull it up, keep going, and at 20 feet, another. At 30 feet, another. Oak platforms laid every 10 feet, like an underground staircase to something. This was no sinkhole. The walls carried the marks of a pick. Someone had cut this shaft by hand and gone to enormous trouble to seal it, layer after layer, like a vault built downward into the earth. Deeper still, they pull out a flat stone covered in carved symbols no one could read. Decades later, one man claimed he had cracked it. It said, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried. At 90 feet, the pit fought back. Overnight, it flooded with 60 feet of seawater. They bailed for weeks, around the clock, and could not lower it an inch. The water was salt, and it rose and fell with the tide. They sank a second shaft right beside it and tunneled across, hoping to slip in below the water. As they broke through, the wall burst, and the sea roared in and filled the new shaft, too. The pit was defending itself. So they followed the water. 500 feet away, at a beach called Smith's Cove, they stripped back the sand, and the beach was fake. Hand-built, layers of fiber over 5 stone drains, fanning out to funnel the entire sea inland. And the filter packed over those drains? Coconut fiber, on a North Atlantic island where no coconut has ever grown. Someone carried it across an ocean to turn the tide itself into a lock. In 1849, a drill bit punched down 100 feet and passed through what felt like 2 stacked chests of loose metal. When they hauled it up, caught on the tip were 3 tiny links of a gold chain. And then the dying started. 1861, a boiler bursts and the island takes its first life. 1897, a man falls from the rigging into the shaft and is gone. Then the worst day. 1965, Robert Restall collapses at the bottom of a shaft. His son climbs down to save him and drops. 2 more follow them down. All 4 are killed by an invisible gas no one saw coming. And out of all that death, a legend hardened. 7 men must die before Oak Island gives up its treasure. So far, 6 have. The island is waiting for the 7th. But the modern hunt brought something the old diggers never had: laboratories. And the science says this mystery is far, far older than any pirate. A metal detector turns up a small lead cross at Smith's Cove. The lab traces its metal to a single mine in southern France, a mine that closed its doors around the year 1300. Then, 162 feet down, they pull up 2 fragments of human bone. The DNA comes back, 1 person of European descent and 1 of Middle Eastern descent, carbon dated to the 1600s. And the dates keep landing in the same place, the 13 and 1400s. Coconut fiber, a leather shoe, timbers under the swamp. Someone was building on Oak Island centuries before Columbus ever crossed. So who digs an ocean-powered vault into a wilderness island and then vanishes? The suspects read like a roll call of history's ghosts. The Knights Templar, the hunted order of warrior monks. A French cross, A Middle Eastern bloodline, stone markers set to medieval stars, a lost treasure carried across the sea and sealed beneath the tide. Or pirates, Captain Kidd's vanished hoard, or the crown jewels of France, smuggled out of a revolution, or Francis Bacon's secret Shakespeare manuscripts, sealed away in mercury beneath the clay. Or nothing at all. The skeptics say the island sits on soft limestone riddled with natural sinkholes, and that the great Booby-Trapped is just geology, dressed up by 2 centuries of wishful men. But geology does not weave coconut fiber. It does not lay 5 stone drains or carry a French cross across an ocean. Something real was built here. We simply cannot say what or by whom. And maybe the real curse was never the 7 deaths. It's hope, the unshakable belief that the answer is just a few more feet down. 6 men have died chasing it. $50 million have vanished into the earth, and still, the digging has not stopped. 230 years, still no treasure, still no answer. Just a hole on a foggy island that keeps taking, and keeps giving back just enough to make sure no one can ever walk away.